Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Tim Benz, Broderick Jones still thinks LT is ideal, but he won't lobby for a change. If you are looking for positives from the 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers, the rookie class is one of them. First-round pick Broderick Jones and second-round picks Joey Porter Jr. and Keanu Benton all became starters and are regular contributors throughout the season. Third-rounder Darnell Washington played in all 17 games, logging more than half the offensive snaps at tight end over the last 8 weeks of the regular season. Fourth-round pick Nick Herbig was a key special teams contributor. In Week 17, he also turned in perhaps the biggest play of the season when he strip-sacked Geno Smith in the fourth quarter of a one-score game in Seattle with 7 minutes left. Even Spencer Anderson and Corey Trice may help next year's club, depending on Trice's healing knee and the offensive line numbers game for Anderson. Generally speaking, the first 4 graded out well, with Porter winning Team Rookie of the Year. In Jones' case, he ended up starting 10 games, including the last 9 in a row. But because of Chuck Okorafor's midseason benching and the team's unending desire to get whatever they can out of Dan Moore on the left side, Jones played primarily right tackle. That's despite the fact Jones was presumably drafted in the first round to be a left tackle and has most of his playing experience on that side. It really wasn't that bad, Jones said of the position change to the right side. With the offseason coming up, me being able to get practice in, just continue to get that repetition right. Getting used to it, you never know what can happen next season. That's going to be big for me. It sounds like Jones is at least preparing for the prospect of staying on the right side of the offensive formation. That's probably wise, seeing as how the team is enamored with Moore. Plus, the coaching staff thinks Moore is significantly better on the left side than he is on the right, and he is under contract for another year at just $1.2 million. Meanwhile, the team can save $8.7 million by cutting Okorafor on the right side. Being in my natural position, left tackle, is always ideal. But, me playing right? That doesn't hurt anything either, Jones said. Maybe it does. Maybe the Steelers would get more out of Jones if he is in his natural spot, and they can get a right tackle in free agency who is superior to what Moore would be on either side. Regardless, Jones said he is willing to play either side next year, and he doesn't plan on lobbying position coach Pat Meyer or head coach Mike Tomlin for an offseason switch back to the left tackle spot. It's up to them at the end of the day, Jones said. I really don't have a say-so in that. I just want to be prepared whenever they need me. Jones seems to know his place as a rookie and is being deferential on the matter. I think he also knows that publicly angling for the left tackle job would put Moore in a hard spot, and the two forged a friendship dating back to minicamp. Why Steelers must roll with Kenny Pickett as starting quarterback in 2024 over Mason Rudolph. The Pittsburgh Steelers experienced a roller coaster journey during the 2023 NFL season. It was marked by exhilarating highs and disappointing lows that kept fans on the edge of their seats. They wrapped up the season with a 10-7 record and clinched a wild-card spot in the playoffs. However, the team ultimately faced heartbreak in the wild-card round against the Buffalo Bills. As the Steelers turn their gaze toward the future, the burning question revolves around who should helm the quarterback position in 2024. This article aims to make the case that Kenny Pickett is the unequivocal choice over Mason Rudolph as the Steelers' starting quarterback. Under the leadership of head coach Mike Tomlin, the Steelers maintained a streak of finishing the regular season with a .500 record or better for the 17th consecutive year. Despite this consistency, recent seasons have been characterized by defensive prowess compensating for offensive challenges. Following a 31-17 defeat to the Bills on Super Wild Card weekend, the franchise confronts a critical decision regarding the quarterback position this offseason. Remember that the Steelers selected Kenny Pickett with the number 20 overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. This ensured 2 years, plus a potential 5th-year option on his rookie deal. Despite that, the Steelers chose to start Rudolph over a healthy Pickett towards the end of the season and in the playoff game. This decision raised eyebrows. This is especially true considering the opportunity to anoint Rudolph as the long-term starter following Ben Roethlisberger's retirement. At present, the Steelers seem unconvinced by the performances of both Rudolph and Pickett. Not surprisingly, this has prompted speculation about the team's direction. Right now, there is a possibility of giving Pickett another season to prove himself. This is especially true after the mid-season dismissal of offensive coordinator Matt Canada. On the other hand, many fans believe that the more probable scenario involves the team exploring all available options during the offseason. Kenny Pickett was a first-round draft pick in 2022. He displayed glimpses of potential throughout the 2023 season. His stats include a 62% completion rate, 2,000-plus passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. These are not eye-popping. Conversely, Mason Rudolph managed a 74.3% completion rate with under 720 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. By some metrics, Rudolph might have been better in 2023. However, Pickett's potential to evolve into a franchise quarterback is evident. The Steelers should afford him the chance to prove himself. Mason Rudolph on Steelers' future. I have no idea what's going to happen. This season, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph was the team's best performer at the position, overtaking previous starter Kenny Pickett late in the season after some strong games that helped vault the Steelers into the playoff conversation. But now, he heads into an uncertain offseason. After Monday's loss to the Buffalo Bills, the Steelers' season is over and Mason Rudolph is set to become an unrestricted free agent. As a result, he acknowledges he doesn't know what the future holds. For now, he's still focused on what didn't go right in the game. I have no idea what's going to happen. None of us in there know what's going to happen tomorrow, much less next year, Rudolph said in his post-game press conference according to Pro Football Talk. I'm still thinking about the game and the loss, and it hurts and it stings. And we probably could have done better today. I think the turnovers early, myself included, didn't really give us the ability to put our best foot forward. So, that's what's on the forefront of the mind right now. But Rudolph does seem to think that he has what it takes to be a starter in the league. Yeah, I think when I go back and look at the totality of the tape, I'll get a better feel for it, Rudolph said. But I think right now obviously, the plan was to come here and get a win and we fell short to a great team. But I think I can say I was proud of what we as an offense put on tape these last few weeks. Just the way we celebrated, the way guys cheered for each other. Whether the run game was working, whether the receivers were rolling, we had chemistry and we had belief and love for one another. We'll have to see whether or not Rudolph gets that chance next season with the Steelers or anyone else. And you fan, what do you think of the Mason Rudolph situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.